Welcome to the 48th chapter of the book of Genesis. We're continuing with the story of Joseph, and Joseph is now the second in command in the country of Egypt, and Jacob and his 11 brothers are with him, and they are in charge of all the cattle, and 17 years may have passed, because that's how long it says that Jacob lived, passed when he came. And begins, Ageneto they, meta tarimata tafta, and it came to pass after these things, ke apingile to Iosif oti, it was announced to Joseph that, o patir su enoklite, your father, paternal as a derivative, is troubled. Ke analavon tus theo Iusaf tu, and taking up his two sons, a duo, ton Manasseh ke ton Ephraim, Manasseh and Ephraim, ilthe pros Yaakov, he came to Jacob, also known as Israel. In verse 2, apin geli they to Yaakov legontes, and it was reported to Jacob, saying, Idu, O Iosif, erkate prose, behold, your son Joseph comes to you. Ke eniskisas Israel, akathasan epi tikleaning, and Israel, growing strong, sat up upon his cleaning, a bed, a recline. Decline is a derivative for that word. Verse 3, Ke ipen Yaakov to Iosif, and Jacob said to Joseph, that is when he came there, O theos mu, ophthi me in Luza, my God has appeared to me in Luz, and it's not on any map, so we're not really sure, someplace in Canaan, in Gi Canaan, in the land of Canaan, Ke evlogise me, and he blessed me, in eulogy as a derivative for that word. Verse 4, Ke ipe me, and he said to me, Idu, behold, ego avxano se, I will increase you. We have an oxen. It is a hormone for increasing growth. Ke plethino se, and I will multiply you, plethora being the derivative. Ke piso se e synagogas ethnon, and I will make you into a gathering of nations. Now exactly what he means with synagogue is a derivative for the synagogas, and ethnic for ethnon. I'm not exactly sure. I'll leave it up to the theologians to decide. It doesn't mention the tribe, so it doesn't say Israel, but a gathering of nations. And generally, nations in the Greek Old Testament has to do with others than the Israelites. Ke thoso si tigin tavtin, and I will give to you this land. This is what God is saying. Keto spermati su meta se, and to your seed after you. So he is going to give him this land. He was living in that land, of course, and he went to Egypt, and to his seed after him. So he knows that they're going to be coming back. Is kataskasin aeonion, for an eternal possession. We have this word aionion, aionial, eon is a derivative, and the eternal is actually a Latin word. It's turned into English. It's almost a transliteration. And it's the Latin word for a Greek word, eon, eternal. In verse 5 it continues, Na ninu, now then, Ithio Iisu, your two sons, I genomeni si in Gi Aegyptu, the ones born to you in the land of Egypt, pro to me elthin, before my coming, pro se is Aegypton, to you in Egypt, emi isin, are mine. Ephraim ke Manasseh, Ephraim and Manasseh. Os Reuven ke Simeon, esonte me. Reuben, as Reuben and Simeon, they shall be mine. So here he's making them part of his progeny. And whenever we see lists of the 12 tribes, Ephraim and Manasseh make actually 13. So somebody's name is missing, and it varies in different places. And as we go through, we'll see and mention these, which one's missing. So verse 6, it continues, Tade Agona, and the progeny. o ean genesis metatav si esonte. Whoever should be procreated after these will be yours. And the genesis, we have the word from the Genesis. They are going to be yours. So any other children. Epi to onomati ton adelphon afton klithesonte inti sekinon cleris. By the names of their brothers they shall be called in those lots. And he's going back to Ephraim and Manasseh, saying when these people go back to the land of Palestine, they're going to be casting lots for the territory, and these two brothers will be, instead of Joseph, these two brothers will be owning property. It'll be attributed to those tribes. In verse 7 it continues, Ego they, but I, Inika irhomin ek Mesopotamias ti Syrias, when I came from Mesopotamia of Syria, that is Haran, which is up north. We'll go to the map in a second. Apethane Rachil imitir su ingi Hanaan, egizontas mu kata ton ipodromon havratha tis gis. Rachel, your mother, died in the land of Canaan at my approaching down by the course of the horses at Havratha of the land, pro to Elthin Ephrathah, before coming into Ephrath. Ke katorixa aftin in teodho to ipodromu, and I buried her in the way of the hippodrome. Avti esti Bethlehem, this is Bethlehem. And we'll go up to the map here, and Bethlehem is right down here south of Jerusalem, and Haran was way up north here, even past the map. So this is where Rachel was buried. In verse 8 continues, Idon they Israel tus ius Iosif, and Israel, seeing the sons of Joseph, who he may not have seen before, Ipe, said, Tinus si uti, who are these to you? In verse 9, Ipe they Iosif to patriav tu, and Joseph said to his father, Imu isin us edokami o theos and tavtha. These are my sons whom God gave to me here. And Joseph mentions God as being the giver. Ke'ipen Yaakov, and Jacob said, Prosaga ge mi aftus in evlogiso aftus. Lead them forward to me that I may bless them. Verse 10, Ide apthalmi Israel ava evarin thisan apo to Girus. In the eyes of Israel, ophthalmology, optometry, eyes, those are the derivatives, were weighed down because of Girus, gerontology, geriatrics, old age. Keuk idhinato vlepin, he was not able to see. Keigisen aftus pros aftum, and they approached to him. Keaphilasen aftus, and he kissed them. Perielaven aftus, and he embraced them. Verse 11, Keipen Israel pros Iosif, and Israel said to Joseph, Idhu, tu prosopu su uk esterithin, I was not deprived of your face. Keidhu, and behold, edixe mi o theos, ke to sperma su, God showed to me your seed. Verse 12, Ke axiga again aftu Iosif, ek ton gonaton aftu, and Joseph led them from his knees, so they were little kids. Ke prosekinasen afto epi prosopon epi tis gis, and they did obeisance to them, to him, with their face upon the ground. And these were small kids and children, and they dressed in the Egyptian attire. And here they're in front of this man, their grandfather, who is quite different than they are, but yet they did obeisance to him on showing him the respect that he deserved.